Okay, so I'm going to have you guys report first on your algorithm that you have written. So what did I ask you guys to write?
To get a robot to get you a beer from the fridge.
Perfect. Go get me a beer robot should be your algorithm. So what is your coarsest algorithmic step?
Call robot, find the fridge, open the fridge, find beer, get beer, close the fridge, find you, give you beer.
Perfect. That is exactly a first pass algorithm. Perfect. Absolutely happy with that, right? Is that a set of instructions that you could get, say, a 10-year-old child to execute?
Yes.
Probably, right? If you can get them to remember it, or if you shout the directions at them as they're, right? So, and this is the reason there is not a go get me beer out of the fridge robot is I think the step you were struggling with. So which step were you struggling with just now?
Find beer.
Find beer in fridge is the hard step. You guys see why? Like, what were your ideas? What were you trying?
A claw, but it would have to be able to detect which one was the beer.
Yeah, okay, so even if you assume it has some kind of arm, right?
That's
and then it got into the fridge in the first place. Which is, so getting into the fridge is not actually so bad, because you don't have to write the robot to get into the fridge. You just have to write the robot to go to the fridge, and the fridge to know the robot is there and open the door. Right? Those are actually relatively easy. It's the figure out which thing in the fridge is beer and select it that's tough.
Hold on, but I mean, nowadays you upload a picture of yourself and a bunch of your friends to Facebook, and you do that, and it says, oh, here's Joe, and here's, Joe's best friend, and it knows the difference between you two. So you'd think that you'd be able to have a machine likewise detect the difference between like a beer and a piece of cheese.
This is absolutely why I have some hope of getting a frickin' robot to get me beer. Is that we have gotten to the point where AI, like neural networking, right? You can feed in a whole bunch of images of beer cans from various angles, and you can train your network to figure out which one's the beer. That is still the hard step. It requires a ton of processing power that's not on your robot, probably. Like, regardless of what you stuck into your robot probably does not have the brains to crunch this algorithm. But it might be able to ask the cloud what a beer can looks like and get some instruction from kind of its servers somewhere. What's up?
I was just going to say that as to how they build that algorithm, I think the YouTube channel CP Gray, he recently did a video trying to explain that, at least one of the ways they do it.
Yeah, we're going to spend a minute talking about neural networks later in the semester just because they're really cool and super useful and frankly not actually that hard, right? So we're going to spend a minute talking about it later. But for right now, you can just kind of put a black box and be like, okay, neural network finds beer, right? Then you have to select beer, grab it, close the fridge. Like, those are doable things, right? It really is that find beer step and convincing someone that they should spend $20,000 on a robot that can only detect beer. Cool? So one option, like the poor man's hack for this, would be to put RFID tags on everything in the fridge.
We thought of putting an RF tag on the fridge itself, and when it would get close enough to find the fridge.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Like, that's one way you could get it to find fridge, right? Is to put a low frequency tag on the fridge itself and have it just wander around the house, basically like, are you a fridge? No response. Are you a fridge? No response. Are you a fridge? Like, this is going to be a really goddamn annoying robot, but maybe you have it do like the more advanced Roombas do and record a map, right? Like, you could even use your phone and like tell it where the fridge is mapped. You see that?
Yeah.
Like the Roombas that record the map, you can actually outline an area and be like, don't go over here. Like, because it keeps getting stuck on that carpet, so I'm just going to X that area out in the house. Like, that's totally an option.
You can include ice chests.
Exactly.
Very advancing this.
Okay, cool. So that's the go get me beer out of fridge algorithm.